of This Week in Poker, your source for the latest happenings in poker news. I'm Christy Arnett. Here's what's been going on at the 2009 World Series of Poker since last week. Event 24, a $1,500 buy-in no limit hold'em event, was won by Pete Belando. This was his second WSOP bracelet, and he collected more than $607,000 for this win. Event 25, the $2,500 buy-in Omaha 8 and Stud 8 event, was won by Phil Ivey. This is his second bracelet this year, 7th overall. He won more than $220,000 for this win. We caught up with him to talk about his bracelet, and here's what he had to say.
First of all, congratulations on your 7th bracelet. Now, what's the most important thing about winning these bracelets? Is it the bracelet bets, or is it more about the challenge?
Well, the bets is the most important thing. I mean, obviously, I'm betting a lot of money on it. But to be able to win it, it has its place in history. That's important to me too. And I'm looking forward to winning some more.
Now, last year you also had a slew of bracelet bets, but you were unable to capture one. And this year, halfway through, you've already gotten 2. So, what's been the difference?
Oh man, I think I've been a lot luckier this year, for one, and 2, I'm playing a little better than I was last year. And situations, I've been on the right end of a lot of situations that have come up in the tournament. And I think I prepare better. I'm getting a lot of sleep. I'm not playing as much in the side games, and I think that's it pretty much.
Now, all of your bracelet wins have come in non-hold'em games. Why do you think that is? As a player of your caliber, are the smaller, more elite fields easier for you to navigate?
Well, one, I don't play as many no-limit hold'em tournaments because they're harder to win because there's thousands and thousands of players. So, like, if there's a no-limit hold'em tournament going with 1,000 players and there's a 7-card stud tournament with 250 or 300 players, I would play that, especially when I have these bets going on, for one. Number 2, they're harder to win. And I guess that's just it right now.
Event 26, another $1,500 buy-in no limit hold'em event, was won by Tomas Elenius. He won almost $198,000 for first. Event 27, the $5,000 PLO 8 or better event, was won by Roland DeWolf. He completed his Triple Crown, having also won a World Poker Tour title and European Poker Tour event. This is a feat that only one other person has completed. Here's what he had to say at his bracelet ceremony.
All right, Roland, congratulations. You've just completed your Triple Crown. After winning an EPT and a WPT, has this been in your mind as a goal of yours?
Of course, people always talk about, why don't you have a World Series of Poker bracelet? And for my own self, I've been to the final so many times, I really wanted to take it home, and I've been close, and you just never know if you don't get it this year, you might not make a final for 2-3 years. There's a lot of events, but there's so many great players out there. When you get to the final 3, I just wanted to close this one out so much, and I managed to do it.
Yeah, when you got to the final 3, Scott Clements, who's been known as an Omaha player, was first in chips. How did you kind of compose yourself and keep control? I
knew that Scott was a much more experienced player in that game, and he knew the game inside out, and I'd hardly played it, so he was obviously a better player. So I knew I had to pick my spots to gamble with him and try and make the pots as large as possible and not let him chop away at me, and I think I managed to do that part successfully.
Event 28, another $1,500 buy-in no limit hold'em event, was won by Mike Ice. The top prize in this event was almost $640,000. Event 29, the $10,000 buy-in World Championship heads-up no-limit hold'em event, was won by Leo Woolport. This bracket-style tournament had a top prize of $625,000. Event 30, the $2,500 buy-in PLO event, was won by JC Tran. This is his second bracelet, having won one last year. He received $235,000 for first. Event 31, the $1,500 buy-in horse event, was won by James Van Alstyne. He was awarded $247,000. Event 32, the $2,000 buy-in no limit hold'em event, was won by Angel Guillen. $530,000 was his first place award. Guillen also finished second in Event 13, the $2,500 buy-in no limit hold'em event. Event 33, the $10,000 buy-in World Championship limit hold'em event, was won by Greg Mueller. After a couple of disappointing second place finishes over the past few years, Mueller was elated to have finally won a bracelet. Here's what he had to say.
All right, Greg, you've been there so many times, come close, got second twice. Going into heads-up play, what were you thinking?
It was so much different because I had such a commanding chip lead that I wasn't really too worried about it. But when I lost a hand or two, all of a sudden I did have that little feeling again because it's happened twice. So, and I know that in poker, no lead is ever safe, and so, but throughout the whole final table, I never really thought about it. I was just playing, and when I won a big pot three-handed, I kind of smelt that I had a chance.
Event 34, a $1,500 buy-in at no limit hold event, was won by Eric Baldwin. He was awarded $522,000 for first. Event 35, the $5,000 buy-in PLO event, was won by Richard Austin. The top prize was almost $410,000. Remember, the Card Play Reporting team is providing live updates from marquee events, so be sure to click on the CP Live link on the homepage to see the latest from this year's World Series of Poker. In high-stakes online news, the Dirt Challenge has made some progress. The two have now played a total of 20,000 hands, and Tom Dwan is ahead of Patrick Antonius by a sum of around $726,000. The competition has nearly reached its halfway point of the total required 50,000 hands. And the last story of the day is about a poker film. The writers of Rounders have come out with a new script that supposedly centers around the world of online poker, according to The Hollywood Reporter and Variety. The two major entertainment industry trade magazines also report that Paramount has picked up the script and that it has signed on Leonardo DiCaprio for the film. More details are being closely guarded. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Poker. Have a great weekend. I'm Christy Arnett for Card Player TV.